My heart is sad and lonely. For you I sigh, for you, dear, only. Why haven't you seen it? I'm all for you, body and soul. I spend my days in longing and wondering why it's me you're wronging. I tell you I mean it. I'm all for you, body and soul. I can't believe it. It's so hard to conceive that you turn away romance. Are we pretending? It looks like the ending, unless I could have one more chance to prove my life a wreck you're making. My love is yours for just a taking. I gladly surrender my all to you, body and soul.
Body and soul.
Come on, John. Once again, John Arbor on piano. Yeah, you know that I can't believe it. It's so hard to conceive that you turn away romance. Are we pretending? It looks like the ending, unless I could have one more chance to prove my life forever you're making. My love is yours for just a taking. I gladly surrender my all to you, body and soul. I surrender all my love, surrender all my love, all to you, baby, all to you. I surrender all my love, yeah, body and soul.
Yeah,
Wow. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is that live from the Kumba?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was it was, I guess it was a while ago, August 10th, 2020.
Yes, we're getting ready to do another one there on November 6th.
Oh, hi there.
How you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Tony Lindsay. It's so nice of you to come on with, and you don't know me.
Now I do.
I know. When I heard you sing, I forget why I came across you, and I thought I was really taken by your singing.
Wow.
And I had not heard you sing jazz tunes.
Yeah, I've been doing that quite a bit lately. I like it. Matter of fact, we did an album, must have been a year ago or so, but actually it was before the pandemic.
Yeah.
With the Michael O'Neill Quintet.
Cool.
And they had me doing all of the vocals on it. That's a really good record too.
What is
really
it called?
Pacific Standard Time.
Okay. Pacifics. I'm going to.
Yeah, Pacific Standard Time, the Michael O'Neill Quintet featuring Tony Lindsay. And we got a little history involved in that too, because we recorded that at Fantasy Studios up in Berkeley.
Wow.
And
cool.
we were the last ones that weekend before they closed it down. After we finished our session, they closed the studio down.
You're kidding.
Yep.
Wow.
So there's some history for you.
That's definitely some history.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. There's so many weird things that are happening.
So what city are you in?
I'm in Los Angeles. Is it Michael O'Neill or Michael Neal?
Michael O'Neill.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm writing this in the on Facebook. So
and this Michael O'Neill is a sax player.
Okay.
Because there's a Michael O'Neill that's a guitar player that plays with George Benson.
Right. I'm just writing this in Pacific Standard
Time.
Standard Time. I'm going to listen to that.
Oh, you're going to love that one. That's a really good CD.
Cool. Michael O'Neill. Great. Cool. Wow. Well, I'm in LA, and I've been here for, I don't know, over 40 years. I came when I was 21 from Boston.
Okay.
And with a stop in between in San Francisco, but San Francisco was too much like Boston. So
Really?
Yeah. So I went on to LA, and then, everybody in San Francisco, people say, don't go to LA, you'll hate it. And LA says, don't go to San Francisco, you'll hate it.
That's interesting. Because I'm from the East Coast of upstate New York.
Oh, you are? What part?
Kingston.
Oh, cool.
And I've been to Boston quite a few times, and I'm trying to. How do you connect the two of those, San Francisco and Boston?
Well, I was 21 when I moved, so it was the feel of it at the time was similar, and that was like 75. So
Interesting.
It wasn't all gussied up as it is now. I think they were both kind of hippie towns.
Yeah. Well, San Francisco still has that vibe a little bit.
I love Boston too. I mean, every time I go back there, I'm thrust into my college mind, and I just look around and I'm like, I'm from here. This is so good.
Big music town.
Oh yeah, in the 70s especially. Oh my God, that was happening.
Well, just having the Berkeley School of Music there in Boston, that alone just a lot of music there. So
yeah, well, I went to Berkeley. But at the time they didn't have vocals. So I was playing flute and arranging comp, and I had grown up in a musical family. So
how can they have a music school and not have vocals? That makes no sense to me.
I know. The year I left, they got a vocal department. But they were a small school first, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta have vocals.
I know, man.
You kidding me? I love I love instrumental stuff, but you know, I go to a show and uh if after they play two, maybe three instrumentals, if they don't have any vocals coming up, then I'm like, I start losing interest and I'm like, okay, I've heard enough, you know.
Who are some of your favorite vocalists?
Probably number one on my list is probably Donny Hathaway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Donny Hathaway, Jeffrey Osborne, you know, those guys with that rich tone that they have to their voice. I love that. I mean, Luther Vandross is another one, Teddy Pendergrass. I can go on forever. Joe Williams,
Yeah.
Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald. I tried to listen to all that. Lou Rawls,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I try to mix it up as much as possible.
Yeah. I have strong memories of all of those people. And Joe Williams, I always recommend to my students who are trying to swing, Joe Williams.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Well,
Listen to Joe Williams.
Nat King Cole too.
Yeah, but he's a little more subtle than Joe, right? Joe is like
he can swing like crazy though.
Yeah. Well, Ella swings, and but she's got subtlety too, you know.
Yes, yes.
So
it's just so natural for all of them, you know.
I know.
I love it. So you sing too?
Yeah, I'm a singer. I've been singing all my life, and I have 14 CDs, something like that.
Okay. So are you related to any of the other Segals? Like, is it a Janet Segel that sings with
Yeah. Manhattan Transfer.
Manhattan?
No, I'm not related to her. My dad was a sax player. That's probably the only, musical Segel I know.
And I remember Segel having a big store or something down there in Santa Monica that they had.
Yeah, and
huge.
wasn't there a guy in Chicago, I think Joe Segel, who had like one of the most famous clubs there?
Oh, that one I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember the name. I didn't spend much time in Chicago, but yeah, there was this guy with the last name Segel. It was either Jack or Joe, and he had the most famous club there for a long time, jazz club.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chicago, another great music town. So
yeah. So growing up, my friend just bought your CD.
Oh, cool.
For a standard time. Oh, and he said, just curious, is Tony nuts about Al Jarreau? Yes.
Oh, well, not nuts, but yeah. I definitely like Al Jarreau too. You kidding?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm on an Al Jarreau album.
You are? Which one?
What's the name of that doggone thing? I think it's called Heaven and Earth. Is the album?
Wow.
Yes,
That's
it is.
cool.
It is Heaven and Earth because that was the title cut.
Oh, cool.
And I'm singing on there, and I think one of the tunes on there, I was singing background vocals with Al Jarreau and Bobby McFerrin.
That must have been fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, Heaven and Earth was produced by Menard and Michael Walden. Okay. And of course, I'm up here in the Bay Area where he's at, and used to be one of the first call background singers with him. Of course, so much has changed now. Yeah. He's not doing as many projects as he did before, but yeah, all kinds of stuff have changed. But yeah, I'm on an Al Jarreau record.
Yesterday I got this call from an old student of mine, and she said, I thought if anyone would know about points, you would. And I was like, points? I haven't thought of points for years. And I don't even know if people deal in points anymore because, who sells records anymore? I mean, big names, but I don't really know. I don't know about points anymore.
Things have changed so doggone much. Yeah, I'm having that dilemma right now because I have a brand new CD that's going to be released on the 22nd of this month. Yeah. Oh, and cool. And you get torn because you have to have some product to sell. Yeah. Along with everybody's doing digital download things now, and vinyl has come back. Yeah. So Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I got to do all three of them. Got to do CDs because I still have a CD player in my car, and I know some people still have. Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Well,
I was thinking of getting one added in for Christmas present or something, but a lot of times I practice in the car, so
yeah.
I don't know. But I now took me so long to get away from what I call my Jewish girl. My Jewish girl looking at I got to get 1,000 CDs because 900 CDs cost almost just as
The
much,
same, exactly.
But I'm resigned to the fact that maybe I'll get 500 from now on.
Yeah.
And
Well,
just
my new CD, or new album, should I say? Like you said, it was cheaper to get 1,000 than to
yeah,
get the 500. So I just got the 1,000, so I don't have to worry about it. But once the digital download stuff kicks in, people will start getting them that way. And vinyl is really big right now too.
no,
It's
I know.
crazy. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to do some of that too.
yeah. Do you travel to Japan?
Yeah. Before the pandemic, I was
Well,
going quite a bit.
I mean, that to me, for me, I do every year, and but for me, that's where I sell most of my CDs.
Right. Yeah, because my nephew owns what they call music house over there. We call them clubs here.
Oh, really?
He owns a music house in Tokyo called the Love, Peace, and Soul Cafe.
Oh my God, I'm going to write that down next
Oh
time.
yeah, his name is Bertel Lindsay.
Wow,
And he's
Bertel.
right in Tokyo.
That is cool. Love, peace, and
It's like the Don Cornelius, Love, Peace, and Soul.
cool in Tokyo. Okay. I someday I'm going back. I mean, I didn't go
Yeah, me
back.
too.
I was supposed to go there in 2020 for 3 months. I mean, 3 weeks. Hiroshima and Osaka and Tokyo. But a lot of what I do there, besides performing, is teaching. And I just couldn't imagine that people would want to be in a small room with the singing teacher, during this time. And I'm
Well, they
sure,
shut things down.
yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, they
Actually,
shut things down.
my girlfriend's going to visit her family and she has to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long does she plan on staying
She's
there?
going to stay a few months because she lives here now and she wants to see the family and friends and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's getting better, a little bit better over there now, because they were really late with getting the vaccine over there. So
Yeah, they were. They were. Um, so you grew up in New York, and did you grow up in a musical family? And
yeah, everybody was pretty much in church.
yeah,
I'm the only one that stepped outside, and
uh,
I was feeling something else, so I just went with what I was feeling,
yeah.
and I wasn't wrong.
Apparently,
Yeah,
your credits are like long and wonderful.
yeah. There's a lot of them there. That's probably more than that I need to add. But I can't complain. It's been
Yeah.
great.
So what happened like on the beginning of your journey? What happened? Were you, most people I speak with say that it was just kind of their road just kind of unraveled and
Yeah,
somebody was there and that happened.
I started when I was 7 years old. We had a cappella singing group called Four of a Kind,
Uh,
and I just never stopped. And the weird thing is every time I would try to do something and get somebody else involved in something to mix it up. Once I got off that path I was on, things would get all screwed up. So I'd have to get rid of a couple people and get back on my path, and I was okay. So I learned my lesson about that.
yeah,
Yeah, no more of that stuff.
yeah.
Some people say they can help you out, but they have other intentions, So nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, I think there's a compass inside,
Yeah,
you hit your head against the wall a few times and then it's like, that hurts actually. So I'm not going to
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's pretty much with me. I just stick to the music. I've done some other things, but music has always been there, and it's been number one on my list all the time. So, I'm sticking with it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
What was it? What was the first significant part that you got, and how did it affect you? Were you kind of blown away by it, or what happened?
Not actually blown away by a whole lot of stuff, because I've been doing it all my life. So, my feeling was things that I did when I was younger. I was setting things up for me to go in this direction that I'm going. The Santana thing came up, which was cool.
Yeah.
And it was one of those kind of things where at that time I was working with Nard and Michael Walden, doing so many recording sessions. And I was also doing a lot of jingles with this, an ad agency up in Sausalito called Keller and Cohen. So I was doing, between Nard's sessions and the jingles, I was at least 4 or 5 days a week, every week.
Oh, so you were just.
Oh yeah, I was rolling.
Yeah.
So the Santana audition came up from Chester Thompson putting in a recommendation, and I went in, and it was so convenient because the Santana office and where he's rehearsed was only 2 blocks from Narda's studio.
That was a sign right there.
Oh yeah, so I went and did the audition first, and then went to do a session over at Narda's. It all worked out, and I was doing so well at the time with doing the sessions and doing the jingle stuff that if I got the Santana gig, okay, but I wasn't even worried about it because I was doing very well.
Yeah. Was that like kind of a significant decision for you to go with Santana? You must have gone on the road, right?
Yeah. And that was a no-brainer. Once I found out that they wanted me to do the gig, I had to do it. Even if it meant taking less money to do it, I had to do that gig.
Yeah.
Had to. And I don't regret it.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'm still connected with it. I'm not in the band or on tour with him anymore. He changed the band about 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm connected to that for life.
Yeah.
all the history is there. So, and I use it to my advantage, trust me.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're not shy with it. Yeah.
No. And what can they say? It's not that I didn't do it.
Right.
There's a lot of film and all kinds of stuff on that, so it's well documented.
Speaking of that, I saw on your site, I was perusing your site, and it looked like there's a few things. I was wondering if we could watch, like you and Santana, and I try and pick a little more casual videos from YouTube, because Facebook, for licensing reasons, sometimes they just take it down. Like,
oh yeah,
official video they'll take down. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Maybe you can just kind of guide me in the right direction. Like this one. Is that a little more casual recording?
Let me see.
With right here, live with Carlos. It's probably
Where is that one? Right here. That looks like the beginning there.
Oh,
I had a beard and wore glasses. That was definitely a beginning. The Santana stuff.
Oh. Let's see.
Where is that at?
This is. I don't know, but Chester Thompson is there.
Yeah.
We'll watch a little. How's that?
Okay, sure. Wow. That guy. Wow. Out of sync and everything.
Definitely a casual video.
Oh, Gaylord Birch is playing drums. Wow. I think we were in Japan.
Oh, it almost looks like Sadao Watanabe.
I think it is Sadao Watanabe. Yeah, that's in Japan.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, Gaylord Birch.
Well, I was looking more for you, so.
Well, yeah. Only when the vocal happens.
That's cool. It's cool. It's just great to see, like.
Yeah, that was definitely Japan.
Yeah. Wow. And Sadao Watanabe.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was good.
Is he still alive?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was probably at the Budokan Theater in Tokyo too.
Yeah. I love Japan. I've been going for many years, every year.
Yeah, it's a great place. People are nice there and don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. It's kind of like a different planet because it's like us, but the culture is definitely a different culture.
Oh yeah. My nephew said I'm not coming back to the US.
Really? Has he lived there a long time?
He's been there. Let me see. I've been here in California for 41 years. He's been there probably close to the same amount of time that I've been here.
Oh, well, he's definitely not coming back.
Yeah, he went. He was a Marine, and they assigned him to Japan in the military. And met a Japanese woman there and got married, and that was it. Worked at the embassy for a while, and now he's a private citizen and business owner, and she's a business owner, and they're doing very well there.
That is so cool. I can't wait to go there.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. Yeah. So let's see, Tony, what can I ask you? So let's talk about jazz. So did you always listen to jazz as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. All of them, like I was saying, Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and Sammy Davis Jr. and Nat King Cole, Johnny Mathis. And I went to see Johnny Mathis too. Two times in 1 year I went to see him. And this was just a couple of years ago.
Oh.
It blew my mind. It was 80, what is he, about 85 or something by now?
Probably.
And he was singing all the songs in the original keys and didn't have any teleprompter.
Wow.
And he's still killing it.
And he still sounds great.
He sounds great. Matter of fact, he just had a birthday last week, I think.
Oh.
A couple of days ago.
He was definitely an icon for us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco guy, too.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, he's born and raised here in San Francisco.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
People have been talking about the last Tony Bennett concert where, he has Alzheimer's and
yes,
he can't really talk a lot or remember, but as soon as the music starts, it's right out
Isn't
there.
that amazing?
Remembers everything. Yeah.
They showed that little clip on TV the other day. Was it on 60 Minutes or something?
Maybe.
That was amazing. He sounded great too.
He's always kept up his voice.
Yeah.
He practices bel canto, and forever.
What is bel canto?
It's a particular method, Italian method, and it's very strong. It really builds vocal strength,
Really?
Yeah. And
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, so he's always done that. I
Huh.
taught his daughter for a little while. She's a really good singer. She was always opening up for him. And but she took from me just to get a little looser in jazz, you know.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, she told me that he was always practicing, you know, and yeah,
Yeah, he did that thing with Lady Gaga, and
yeah,
she was almost in tears because she didn't think he was going to remember her name because of the state that he's in right now. And
yeah.
soon as she walks out and he saw her, he goes, Lady Gaga, and it freaked out. I love her too.
Wow.
She's great.
She is great, and she's a great actress as well.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, she got some serious talent.
Yeah. Have you ever acted, Tony?
Never did, and I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild too.
Oh,
Well, because we had doing all the commercials and stuff I was doing,
right,
the
right.
jingles things, and we had to be SAG and after. So
Yeah,
I never gave it up, and I never will,
yeah,
just in case.
yeah. I never went strongly into the studio singing. And I did a few commercials but yeah, that just wasn't my path. I was just more live performing. And
Right.
but of course I know a bunch of you guys that were did it so much. Do you know Paulette McWilliams? Did you ever work with her together?
No,
She lives in LA. She's done a lot of background work and
I see that name quite a
really
bit.
good. Wow. She's so agile. Great singer.
Yeah, I've seen her on a lot. Her name's on a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're
You,
all in LA.
you guys would like each other as people too, I can tell.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty easy to get along with. I try not to offend anybody, and you know, I've always been that way though.
Yeah. Yeah. I always say that I'm very even killed. And
Yeah.
if I'm in a bummer, I work very quickly to turn that around. And but I always tell my husband I do have a limit. So
Don't
but
keep
few
pushing.
people have
Yeah.
seen that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We all got that breaking point.
Yeah.
Please don't go past that. Thank you.
Strangely enough, you know what really annoys me out in the world is and I don't see it a lot, but when I do, I mean, if you're sitting with me, you will know that I'm annoyed. When I see a musician or a singer um, treat the music with disrespect,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just totally lose it. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get that. I'm dealing with a situation right now where a show is supposed to be coming up. I don't want to talk about it too much because
Yeah, yeah,
it's coming up, and I was contacted back in August, and I said, okay, yeah, I can do that. I said, could you send me the songs that I'm going to do? Give me the list of them anyway. If you don't have the MP3s or whatever, just give me a list of the songs so that I can go on YouTube
yeah,
and check them out and make sure that I learn the melody and learn the lyrics and all that. So when I come to do it, even if the arrangement is different,
yeah,
the melody's not going to change.
yeah.
That's the melody of the song. How are you going to change that? The show's supposed to be middle of November or close to the end of November. I've asked him for stuff 3 times already and got nothing. And I'm a little ticked off about it,
Yeah.
because I don't like, I've been in situations doing gigs before where people come up with stuff at the last minute, and, I like being prepared.
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful because you're being a professional,
Yeah.
and
I
yeah,
asked him for it 3 times,
yeah,
received nothing yet. Every time it's like, well, we're still working on the arrangement. I don't care about the arrangement.
yeah,
I want to learn the melody of the song and get the lyric in my head. So I don't like sitting there trying to read something. Once I learn the song and I know the lyric and I got the melody, I can get creative with it myself.
yeah, yeah,
and that's not allowing me to do that right now. And I'm really uncomfortable about it, but we'll see what happens.
Good luck.
Maybe the show will be postponed.
Oh. Let's see. I have a few comments. Tony, Nina online with Cathy. Good to see you. Norma Jean Garza.
Norma Jean Garza.
Nina, that's her name, I guess, that you know her by, maybe.
Really? She in the Bay Area here?
Norma Jean, are you in the Bay Area? Tell us. She said, I love you on the La Flaca release. Oh, and she said, so sorry that Jorge and Raul passed on since those times of live concerts.
Yep.
And the Carlos Cafe. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. Raul and Jorge is Carlos's brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he passed away last year. And Raul Rico was the conga player with Santana.
Oh.
He passed a few years ago now. Probably almost inside of 10, probably close to 10.
Yeah. Also, I have word here from my followers. Sadabi Watanabe is 88 now.
Wow. Well, you know those Japanese guys, they live a long time, so Sadao will probably go to 120.
Let's see it now. Dan, thanks for this. But this, Dan, I don't know about this video. This looks like people would take me down for this, so I'm not going to be able to play this one, Dan. Yeah, I want to play a little bit more. What do you think we should play? Should we play some more of you singing jazz, or is there a nice one of you singing an R&B tune? Or
oh well, have you checked out any of my videos?
On your site, right?
I did one called All Is One. It's on YouTube.
Should I get it from your site or should I get it from YouTube?
YouTube definitely has it up.
Okay.
All is One, Tony Lindsay.
Okay.
And I kind of got a little Santana flavor on that song.
Oh, okay. Now this one looks like I'm going to get taken down.
There it is right there.
But do you understand? Because if there's licensing, I have to, this one looks too professional.
They won't let you do it, huh?
No, they'll take it down. I mean, I can play it, but then it'll be down. So that's why I say a little more casual is better because of the licensing thing. There's one
with me and Alex Lidgerwood. You see that one there?
Or this one?
It's the one that says The Magic of Santana. That's a band that
oh, okay.
We were playing with a Santana tribute band over in Europe.
Oh. That looks good. I don't think they'll take me down on this.
Yeah, that's a Santana tribute band there.
Here's a song. It was kind of written shortly after the death of Stevie Ray Vaughan. So in a way, it's kind of a dedication to him. And Bill Graham, yeah. And I've had the pleasure of singing this song with Tony quite a few times. It's called Somewhere in Heaven.
tone, man.
Oh, this guy can really play.
Sounds great.
His name is Gerd Schluter.
Oh.
Somewhere in heaven, there was a place waiting for you and me. 'Cause he made a promise, give every drop of blood, died on the cross so we could be free. Oh, somewhere in heaven, there is a place waiting for you and me. He made a promise, and he gave every drop of his blood, died on the cross so we'd be free.
So you get the feel.
That is great. Wow. Damn. You know, he's a great singer. And
Oh yeah, Alex.
yeah, when you,
Alex, he lives down by you.
oh, he does?
Yeah, Alex lives in Santa Monica.
Oh, cool. You know, I just have to say, you know, so Toby Simmons is on. She was the one, I was watching something that she posted, and that's when I saw you.
Ah, okay.
So she's a friend of mine. But I just have to say, when you start singing, my insides just go, oh. So,
Thank you.
man, great, just great.
Yeah, I've listened to all of those great singers with that nice tone that they have, and it's like, wow, that's so rich.
But you know, I'm preaching to the choir, of course, but it's not just the tone. It's the communication that comes out of the person, you know, and because it's something extra than tone.
That's true.
And that's what makes my insides like, you know.
Well, you know, I think the other part of it too is that people ask me all the time, but you know what? I'm so comfortable up there on stage.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can have all kinds of crazy stuff going on, but as soon as I hit the stage, all that stuff is gone. And I'm like, right in on it. And you know, communicating with people. I like to make them feel what I'm feeling, you know?
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Yeah. Is there a kind of, let's see, what do I want to ask? Is there, well, I mean, I know, of course, we sing different songs with different emotions and different messages, but is there a particular group of feelings that you really like to deliver?
It depends on the song.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a ballad, then I really like, and a lot of drummers hate me for it, because when I do a ballad, I want it to be a ballad. It's got to be slow. That way I can with the lyric, I can really express myself, and people can paint a picture of what I'm singing. You know, they can visualize it.
Yeah.
You know, because if you being a singer, you know doggone well, if you play a song that's supposed to be a slow song, you play it too fast, you
Yeah.
got a whole different approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's just like with jazz too. I approach jazz stuff completely different than I do R&B or rock, or
Yeah.
because they're all different.
Yeah. Well, of course, Shirley Horn is kind of the queen of slow, but one time I was listening to Shirley Horn sing In the Dark. I was all alone in my living room listening, and this was how slow it was. She says, "In the dark."
Mhm.
In the dark. And in that time, I actually started blushing all alone. Because I started imagining what was happening in the dark in
There
that
you go.
space,
Gave you time to think about some things in between those two lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important, musical expression, man. It's like, that's why I like those artists like Nat King Cole and Johnny Mathis and all of them. When they were working a lyric on a song, Frank Sinatra did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, phrasing and the timing on stuff, and dancing with the track. It's very important.
Yeah. Carmen McRae was a person I didn't appreciate when I was younger. And as I grew older, I appreciate her more. Her phrasing is like, I think she's one of the queens of phrasing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Love that stuff.
Yeah.
We have, I always hear people separating singers from musicians. We're all the same. It's the same thing.
This is our instrument right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You let Ella Fitzgerald sing a song by herself, it's going to sound like there's a whole band playing with her. Just the way she sang.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do a lot of times we're doing a song of doing a gig playing with a band, and we're doing the tune, and I'll sing the verse and all that and let everybody get their solo and all that in. And then I tell the band, okay, I want it by myself, and I make everybody stop playing. And I just take over and do what I'm going to do, and the audience go crazy.
Oh man.
Because I can do that. Oh yeah. It's like, that is so much fun. I play with different rhythms and do different melodies and all that kind of stuff. And the audience is sitting there, and listen, I can go on doing this forever. Bring the band back in, we end the song, and they go, wow.
Cool.
Like, okay, it's time to take a break now.
And it's dynamics too. I mean, not only can you do it great, I'm sure, but it's dynamics too. And, the tension and release of that is like, I mean, that's what we live for, right? Tension and release. That's what makes life alive.
That's it.
Yeah.
Love music.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I would do if it wasn't this.
Yeah.
I mean, I love sports too, but not as much as I love music.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. It's like a religion. It's, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I mean, this kind of sounds like a duh moment, but since I've been doing this since March of 2020. I just started right away. And for the first 9 months, I was doing it 6 days a week. And then I went 3 days. Yeah. So I've talked to a lot of people, and, over that time, I just felt like maybe before the pandemic, music was kind of taken for granted, even if you loved it, and now it seems a lot more important to.
Well, you know what? It's interesting you said that, because I've been believing and thinking for a long time that music was actually taken for granted in the US, period.
Yeah.
Because you go outside this country, and you go to Japan. Yeah. I've been to Japan, and they go to Europe. I've been going to South America, going to Australia, New Zealand, and the appreciation for music once you get outside of this country,
Yeah.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Why is that? I guess Americans are more
We're spoiled.
distracted or something. I
We're
don't know.
we're spoiled.
Yeah.
We got everything here.
Yeah.
You know, we're definitely spoiled. And other countries enjoy American music so much
Yeah.
that I think it just spoiled us. So we think we're snobbish now. But you go to Europe, man, they love jazz stuff. They love all kinds of music over there.
Yeah.
People show up for you when you're doing a live show. Oh, they definitely show up. There's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Other countries, it's a different ball game.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hey,
Really crazy.
Look at all the musicians or the singers and everybody that left this country and are not coming back because of that.
Yes.
Tina Turner's not coming back.
Really?
She gave up her U.S. citizenship.
Where is she?
She lives in Switzerland. You know, there's a bunch of people that have gone and they said, that's okay. You guys can have it.
Yeah. I was interviewing Gina Eckstein, and I actually didn't know this because I guess I just didn't know the history about her dad, but there was this picture that was taken. Her dad was really rising in notoriety, and he was about to do a number of movies. And there was a picture taken outside of a concert. It was really just a beautiful, innocent picture with I think it was 3 or 4 young white women, they were probably college age. And one was like this on his chest, like she'd kind of, oh God, you're so great. And you could see his hands. I mean, there wasn't anything wrong, but that picture changed his whole career here.
Wow.
And that's when he went to Europe. Because
Yeah.
it was just it's like, fuck, man, just crazy shit.
Yeah. It's yeah. I don't know what it is here. What our folks is, they're still in that, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, exactly.
You go to other countries and once you've had a hit, you can work on that forever and you're still a star in those places. People will still give you that respect.
Yeah.
But here, if you didn't have a hit in the last couple of months, they don't even want to be bothered with you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
A little different in jazz, but the crowds are smaller.
Right. Right.
But yeah, it's interesting. I have a few things that I just wanted to kind of say here. Toby Simmons said Tina Abazadeh was where she got hooked on Tony.
Tina Abazadeh. Oh, what did she get from Tina?
She's here. Tina's here. She said, "You read the room."
Ah, yes, I do.
And then she said something like, "You need Herman L. Matthews to drum for your next album." Yeah. Wow, what a great drummer he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said you've toured with Tower of Power too, is that correct?
No.
Okay.
I've done stuff with them. Matter of fact, I just did their 50th anniversary celebration. They had me come in and be one of the background singers, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. But I've never been a part of Tower of Power's band or toured with them. It's always Santana is the only one.
Okay. And Tina mentioned Soul Soldier.
The Soul Soldiers.
Is that your new release?
Well, that's the name of my new CD. But I work with a band called the Soul Soldiers. Matter of fact, we're working this week on Saturday.
Where can people go?
Oh yeah. It's up in a little town called Sutter Creek up here in Northern California.
Cool.
And it's at the Sutter Creek Theater. It's 7:00 on this Saturday.
Wow.
But the title of my new CD is called Soul Soldier.
That's beautiful. Is that a song?
Yes.
Do you write as well?
All original stuff.
Can we hear something like that?
Well,
anything?
I got a bunch of stuff that's up.
Yeah. Okay.
Something Beautiful is one of them. That's on YouTube also.
Okay. Let me see if that looks like a one that won't get taken down. What is that called again? Sorry.
Something Beautiful. That's the last CD that I did, and that's the title song too.
Cool.
Yeah, there's one that top video is one, or any of those. It should come up.
Okay. This one is through CD Baby. What about this one? Is this
that's a video.
Okay, well let's go with this because maybe this might be more forgiving.
Just imagine how amazing it could be. Visions as far as a mind can see. Follow the road that takes you to the unknown. 'Cause when you step outside your comfort zone, something beautiful happens.
You see what I'm saying?
I do, man. Wow, beautiful. Wow.
If you want to grow, you gotta let it flow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you want something, something beautiful, something beautiful, I tell you that's when it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want to grow, you gotta let it flow.
Let it flow.
The kind of song that I would be singing. Like, I mean, put it on and I'm singing it with you.
There you go.
That's really a great tune.
That's my last CD.
Oh, wow.
And as much as I really love that CD, I like the new one even better.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
you definitely have some new fans here, including me. It's great.
Good.
Wonderful.
I'm pretty excited.
Great. Roland, I bet you're going to go buy that right now.
It's a really good record too.
Oh, Roland says you've been possessed by the soul of Marvin Gaye.
I'll take that. And I forgot to mention him as one of my favorite singers.
That was like the What's Going On record. That
Oh.
that is my Desert Island record.
We're living it right now.
Yeah.
We're
I did
living it.
I did a single on Make Me Wanna Holler this year.
Wow.
I'll send that to you. A link.
Nobody's done that one before. That's good.
I just love that record. It just,
Heck yeah.
you know. Heck yeah. Marvin, man. Ooh.
So many influences, you know. It's
Yeah.
just so many to mention. I mean, I'm influenced by all of those people.
Yeah.
All of them. Can't get them out of your system. Stevie
Yeah.
Wonder's another one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Prince. All of them.
Friends. Yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whitney Houston. Ugh.
Yeah. Chaka Khan. Aretha. Yeah. It just goes on and on.
Killing.
Yeah.
Dionne Warwick.
Yeah. I've seen her sing in more recent years. I was booking a club in LA for a minute, 2.5 years. And so I booked a Brazilian singer and who was friends with Dionne, and she came and sang on the gig. And wow, when I heard her sing there, I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember. I love her.
How does she sound? Good?
She sounded great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I know she's still on tour because my friend plays keyboards with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that she might have lost her voice at one time because
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
hope not though, because that was oof.
Yeah.
When you heard her sing back then, it's like, listen to that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. She was definitely, something. My friend has posted something that he doesn't feel like is an official video. Use Me Up.
Probably just that's probably just from a club.
Well,
Bill Withers.
let's look. Yeah, it is a club.
Trying to tell me
Might even be with the Soul Soldiers.
all you want to do is use me.
Cafe Stritch.
Ah.
My answer.
Oh yeah.
And all that use me stuff. I said I'm gonna spread the news that if it feels it's good in you, you just keep on using me. To use me all up. Baby, till you use me all up.
Tommy Bradford.
Oh, my brother. You know what he says, let me right down and talk to me. You know what he told me? He said I'm off, now let you just walk all over me. Well, he on that. And I'm sure
That drummer used to play with Santana too.
I love him. He's great.
Yeah. Tommy Bradford, his name is.
I said, brother, if you only knew when she walks on my back in those high heel shoes, she can keep on using me. Until she uses me.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep on using me. Until you use me. You got it.
Oh yeah. Dennis. Yeah, these guys are good players.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Oh yeah. They can definitely play. The guitar player works for PG&E.
Oh. Wow. Cool. Okay, wow. Okay, that is really great. Wow.
That was a nice club too. The pandemic closed them down though.
Oh,
And
that's
I don't
too bad.
think I don't think they're gonna get opened up again either. That was a really downtown San Jose.
Yeah, I think I went to that convention for music reviewers or jazz reviewers, and it was at the same time as the San Jose Jazz Festival.
Okay.
And that location had a whole bunch of jazz people
Oh yeah.
performing. It was really a nice stage, nice room.
It's
Good
perfect.
feeling, yeah.
Perfect. And they did
They
nothing. They
closed,
did
huh?
nothing but yeah.
Uh,
The pandemic closed down a whole lot of places.
Yeah, in LA, there was one of our best rooms for the last 10 years was the Blue Whale. And
Really?
yeah, and that closed.
I've never heard of that one.
It was actually started by my student, a Korean jazz singer named Jun Lee, and he really booked mostly modern jazz,
Okay.
kind of a little more abstract or edgy, and a lot of young people coming up. And it was a wonderful room, just real great listening room, and lots of artsy stuff happened there, It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see it if you type in the Blue Whale Jazz Club on YouTube, you can see a lot of different players.
What city was it located in?
Los Angeles, downtown.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really great.
The Blue Whale.
Near Japantown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really good. Tony going solo may be a great thing finally. I wrote Carlos a personal letter in 98 telling him the next year would be phenomenal, and now I feel Tony needs his own spotlight. Incredible.
I'm taking that spotlight too. Thank you, whoever wrote that. Yes.
That was Norma Jean. She's
Oh, there you go. Hey, you either give up, or you keep moving forward.
Yeah, man. Yep.
I got a lot of this new record is for me is so good that I don't even feel like writing anything else yet.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I got some ideas, and if something comes in, I'll run to my studio and lay stuff down. But
Yeah.
I want to bathe in this one for a minute because it's really good.
Wow.
Soul Soldier is going to be. I can't wait for that release date on the 22nd.
It's did you say October, right?
October 22nd. But at the same time, I do have copies of the CD.
Oh.
And if anybody wants to buy it, that's why I always post it on Facebook and all the other social media.
Cool.
If you want it now, just go to my website and order it, and I'll send it to you.
I know a few people who are on here who are going to do that.
Yeah, because I'm really happy with this one. It's woof. I never get tired of listening to it, and I've been listening to it for you know how it is when we're recording stuff. You're constantly listening to it, so when you get it done, you go, okay,
Yeah.
everybody else can listen, but I've had enough. I never get enough of this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So are these songs that you wrote specifically for this project, or had you were they songs that you wrote over a period of time?
There's 11 songs on there, and actually either 9 or 10 of them all written during the pandemic.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
did the whole thing. The one All Is One, which is the first song and one of the first singles to come off of it. I wrote that with my buddy who's my producer, Randy Yamato, who lives down in North Hollywood.
I know him. I know his sister.
Randy's he's a monster.
Yeah, he's great. And his sister is a great
Yes.
singer and teacher. And I've
Yes.
workshops at her, you know, like
Yes.
for her students.
Lorna.
Yeah, wonderful people.
And Randy he's amazing. And me and him have been writing. Matter of fact, he's probably produced my last 4 CDs. I
Really?
think. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, man, that guy, I send him, I do the demos and send them down to him, and he'll send me some stuff back to he'll check this out. And I'm like, holy cow. He just blows it up,
Wow.
enhances everything that I do. So it's like, he's him, and I get all my stuff mastered at Marsh Mastering down here in LA. Stephen Marsh is another great. You got to have that team of people that you
Yeah.
work with.
That's so true. God, the last time I saw Randy play was a while ago. It was at that place in North Hollywood that used to be
Oh yeah, the Federal.
the Federal. Yeah,
They play there. Matter of fact, they're playing tonight.
you're kidding.
They play every Tuesday.
Oh, I'm going to write that down. I didn't know that.
Every Tuesday night, they're there at the Federal. And since the pandemic, because I had to go down and do some vocals at his place one time for the album.
Yeah.
So where they set up in the back parking lot. They play outside,
Oh,
and he's killing that. This guy, the musicians that he uses, oh God!
yeah.
But they play every Tuesday at the Federal.
Cool. Oh, I'm so glad to know that.
Yeah,
Dan,
his studio is just right down the street from me. He's right in that next block down on Weddington. That's where he's at.
excellent. Wow.
So now you got somewhere to go tonight.
That's right. You know, like I'm not going to enough places, right, Dan? I have to, this is my list of October and November of where I'm going. I had to write it down off of my calendar so
There you go.
I could kind of, there's a lot of music that's happening right now. I mean, most of this is jazz stuff, but still now I have to write down, I'm writing down Tuesdays.
Tuesdays at the Federal.
Wow. This is
Randy Yamato and the gang. Great
Wow.
players too.
Yeah,
And some of those guys are playing on my records.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, the guy, Matty, I can't think of Matty's last name right now.
Yeah.
He's the bass player that plays with him all the time.
Okay.
And he plays with Robin Thicke. And
Oh.
I'm sure he plays with a whole bunch of other people. That guy
Yeah.
gives me the chills every time he plays. Amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I always say there's an embarrassment of riches of musicians here in LA. It's just
Yes, it is.
so many great people.
And it's a different attitude with the Bay Area musicians as opposed to
Yeah.
LA and New York. I told a lot of people up here, as a man, you know, the way you guys handle business and go about doing things, if you lived in New York or LA, you'd be out of work.
Because they're
Everybody's so
Like,
kind of laid back, and you know, you
Oh.
call them to do a gig or something like that. They might get back to you 2 or 3 days later. It's like,
Oh.
really? No. If I don't hear back from you, if I call you, and when I hang up, if I don't hear back from you within that 5 minutes or so, I'm already calling somebody else.
right.
I don't wait, because you wait around to hear back from somebody, and all the good musicians are gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, just that song that you wrote, the beautiful
Oh,
song.
something
I
beautiful.
mean, that says where your mind is at. And
Yeah.
I'm right with you, man. I feel the same way. You got to let it go and ride the wave. And
That's
just,
it.
just like what you just said, you got to move. You got an idea, move and do it.
Wrote that song with my nephew. His name is Donovan Henderson.
Oh,
He lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
yeah.
And he'll send me some tracks and stuff every now and then. Go, no. And that one I went, ooh, this was an interesting track. And wrote that in the airport coming back from Europe. Wrote the lyrics and did the melody right there in the airport while I was waiting for my connecting flight.
Sometimes that's the best. Yeah.
I got home and I went straight to my studio and laid it down. Matter of fact, no, I didn't. I did it right here in the dining room
Oh,
on my laptop. Send it down to Randy, and that's the rest is history.
wow. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I love
was,
that song. The lyrics are great. Your singing's great. The melody's
Oh,
really nice. Really nice song.
thank you. Got some good stuff on that record. That was a fun record to do too.
Yeah.
And Tina Abazadeh,
Yeah.
who was on there, she took the photo
Oh,
for
cool.
that, and she also took the photo for my new CD too.
Ah, Tina.
Yeah, she's-
No wonder you have the copy already.
Yeah, she's got an eye for all of that stuff, and she shoots quite a few photos for Tower of Power.
Oh,
She's the one that takes those photos,
oh.
so she's making a name for herself.
That's cool. That's cool. So, wow. So, and is there any other activity that you have hiding behind all of this? You mentioned sports, but sports or anything any other writing,
No.
books or artwork or anything like that?
You know, several people have said, "Man, you should be writing a book," and I haven't started on doing that yet, but maybe I will, because I got a long story, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, mainly right now, I'm just making sure everything is correct with getting out this new release, and
Yeah.
I go to the gym and go swimming every day just to keep myself. I used to play basketball, but after I had the torn meniscus in the knee, I said, okay, basketball can. I think I can stop doing that now. So now it's swimming.
It's fun, but yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoy swimming so much better, I think, anyways.
Yeah.
You know, especially for singers,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
cleans you out.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I just turned 67.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Yeah, my birthday was on September 27th.
Wow.
Just turned 67. You know,
I'm a year older than you.
you still look like a baby.
Thanks.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I told it, people be laughing too. I said when I turned 65, I was like, I didn't know I was gonna be so happy turning 65. You notice the amount of stuff that we can get for free now?
Right.
Hey, you got Medicare and our health insurance is cheaper now, and yeah, like AARP. Are you kidding?
I
I'm
know,
taking
senior
it.
meals, everything.
My gym membership is free. I'm taking advantage of everything that says free. I'm doing it.
Yeah, man. Actually, when I turned 60, it's funny because my friend who had been 60 before me, he said, when you turn 60, you just, nothing worries you anymore,
No.
And it actually strangely happened. It was like 60 and I was like, yeah, I got
Yeah. I mean, what do we have to prove at this point?
Yeah.
Even with my music, it's like I put it out there because it's for my enjoyment, and I want people to hear it, but I'm not trying to prove anything. I went through that phase.
Yeah.
I got the 11 Grammys and all of that other stuff sitting here, and it's like, hey, I'm doing this for me now. I work 4 or 5 times harder than I was doing before.
Yeah.
But it's for me.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah.
We're speaking of your Grammys, were you must have been very proud to receive Grammys, huh?
Oh, heck yeah. That just it's the legacy that you're leaving behind. We got 11 Grammys. As a matter of fact, you could probably, there's the
Oh
case
my
right
God.
there.
Wow.
There's an American Music Award in there, and 11 Grammys, at 8 from the regular Grammys, and had 3 from the Latin Grammys.
Really? Wow.
But the one that even stands out for me even more,
Yeah.
I received as an independent artist, and last year, 2020, I got Male Artist of the Year.
Congratulations.
And I'm up for a couple ones this year too.
Wow.
And I've also submitted 2 songs
Yeah.
I was trying to submit 3 for Grammy consideration, but I did manage to get 2 of them on the Grammy ballot for this year too. So
Which ones are?
Fixed is, which is the single that's playing now, and A Life Partner is the other one. Actually, both of those are playing on independent stations right now.
Wow.
I was trying to get All Is One on there too, but they said, "Oh well, you released it in August of 2020, so it's not eligible." I'm like, really? Give me a break with that.
I know the time thing with them is interesting.
Well, they keep moving the goalposts, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know they had the submissions where you had to do it. I think it was September is when you had to do it. Now they moved it to October.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to get anything on the Grammys for next year, you have to wait. You had to wait till October 1st to do it.
Yeah. I had a record that I had started a long time ago, like 7 years ago in England. Then I brought it here and you know, kind of fixed it up, completed it. And I couldn't submit that because it was 7 years ago that I started it. It wasn't released before now, you know. But
they usually go by the release date.
yeah.
So that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And they'll look at iTunes and all of those to find out when the release date was. So, you know.
I guess because so many people are probably
Oh God.
submitting.
Have you seen a Grammy ballot lately?
Yes.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
So I think what I probably should do is do a children's CD or something like that, because there's not many people that have done that kind of stuff. So your chances go way up by probably getting a Grammy.
That would be cool. I'd like to hear you do a children's CD.
Actually, we did one a long time ago.
Oh,
God, that was a long. I have to see if I can find that, because that thing came out really good.
huh.
But we probably did it. It had to be at least 15 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, but it came out really nice.
I was talking about yesterday or the day before, we were talking about Bob Dorough. Are you familiar with him?
No.
Well, Bob Dorough was a great jazz pianist and composer, really, really good singer, kind of quirky singer. And you probably know some of his songs because they were picked up a lot. But he also was responsible for Schoolhouse Rock. Did you ever see Schoolhouse Rock for kids? Yeah. That was Bob Doroug's work.
Okay.
And so we were talking about that, and that was really hip. I mean, it was definitely jazzy, jazzy children's songs,
Mm-hmm.
He used big jazz artists. So that was really fun. I mean, that I think you should do that, man.
Yeah.
Children's category, why not?
Hey, it's wide open.
Okay, so 2 people bought your CDs.
That's what I'm talking about. and tell their friends, and then their friends will tell their friends. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I knew that was going to happen, man.
They're going to enjoy it too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Other people think Norma Jean wants a children's CD too.
Wow. See, now I might have to do one.
I know. So curious, do you practice? Are you a vocal technique person, or do you just sing songs?
I just go and we show up for the gig and do it.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, only time I want to rehearse is when I have to do original stuff. But for the most part, you're doing the regular gigs. We just show up and call a tune and go.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting this weekend doing the Soul Soldiers gig, because our last gig was on. Did we play? No, it was in March of right before the pandemic, and that was our last gig. So we're going to do our little small rehearsal at the sound check is when we'll do it. But I know we're going to be fine. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be cool because it's going to be fresh now.
Yeah, and also you have a little more life in all of you that, you've been through a little bit more stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even sweeter.
Well, we do with Soul Soldiers, we do a combination of Donny Hathaway, Bill Withers, Lou Rawls, Sam Cooke. Who else did I miss? And we do Aretha Franklin, Etta James, Nancy Wilson, and I know I missed somebody. Oh, Marvin Gaye.
Oh, I want to
So
be there.
we do a combination of those, and I have medleys that we do for the opening segment. Then we have each one of us will do a different song, and then we'll switch it around and we'll change the order of who does the song and do it. And then our closing segment is also a medley of different stuff. So it's a fun gig.
Are you going to come to LA at all?
I would. I'd love to come down there as long as there's somewhere to play. You know, but LA has always had that reputation of you have to pay to play in the club. It said up here you get paid to play in the clubs. Down there, you got to pay them in order to play. It's and we have a lot of places in the Bay Area where if I wanted to work 7 nights a week up here.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they actually, you do your advertising, bring your people in, and they actually pay us to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Although I don't really pay to play, and my friends, but that's not the same as getting paid first, guaranteed. So a lot of the places go by the cover charge. They'll give you the cover charge, or some places part of the cover charge, or which can be great, but it's just not the same thing as here's $1,000 for your
Exactly.
And then so yeah. But gosh, I even had a lot of the club owners up here that we would agree on a certain price, and if they did well and did way over that, they throw extra money in the pot. Yeah,
never had to ask them for it.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And that's why, pretty much why I stayed right here in the Bay Area, because I don't want to go working and serving tables and being a waiter somewhere. Forget that crap. I want to play.
Yeah. Well, can't Randy get you a good gig? Come on.
I'm sure he could.
Yeah, you have to come down here, man.
But see, with him, even with Randy, he does he produces a lot of projects.
Yeah.
He's always produced. He plays with Eric Benet too.
Oh.
He's a musical director for him.
Yeah.
So he's doing some nice gigs, and that thing at the Federal, I think that might be the only club thing that he's doing.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure he just loves to play, and probably just breaks up the whole thing for him, right?
No, but his producing thing, he produces a lot of stuff, so he's working pretty good. There's a lot of guys down there that I don't know what they're doing, because if you're not locked into the session work and all that kind of stuff down there, then it can be pretty tough.
There's a room that's reopening, and Toby Simmons. Toby, you should hook him up with the write-off room. The write-off room was exactly that. It was a write-off for this guy who didn't need the money. Really nice room. A lot of people played there, kind of a mix of jazz and R&B people. People like us who are, just experienced and wanted a place to be creative and have fun.
Right.
And got paid. And so they lost that location, which was fine. And then they just bought like this building in Studio City area. And they're supposed to be opening up in the next few months. And they're bringing in people from out of town for like the, bigger names. And then they're going to book local people too.
Right.
But Toby, you ought to hook him up with them.
Well, that'd be nice.
That would be probably a nice gig.
So they're gonna replace Cafe Cordial up there in that area, didn't it?
Yeah, wasn't that a great room?
Yeah, it was cool. I've been there several times.
Yeah. I actually recently just saw a guy who used to play there a lot, Masta. I don't know if you knew him, but he really nice singer. But I saw him again after many years of not seeing him. But that was a really nice room.
Yeah,
I work in a place that's kind of cool, but It's an interesting room. I work there a few times a month. It's called the conference room. It's Playa Vista, which is kind of near the airport, and they have a really nice outdoor. It's definitely a restaurant kind of a thing, but it's an outdoor patio restaurant. I don't know how many people it seats. I don't know, not a huge amount, but really nice. And then, but again, this place, it's like you can charge whatever cover you want. You get the whole cover. And also people there for some reason tip, and they tip well.
I heard that.
Yeah, so it's actually ends up being a nice taste, you know. They have a PA, and I mean the owner's great, and yeah, they're very nice, and parking's great, which is another nice thing too. I don't know if something like that would be appealing to you, but I think the write-off room is a really
because I know guys down in the LA area that I've done some parties down there and had to put a band together. So
yeah.
I'd be the only one that have to travel from up here.
Yeah.
And I had no problem with that. Made it easier, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Oh, a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah.
Get down there the day before and do a quick rehearsal, and that was it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's so many. Yeah. I mean, you would have a great time. If you ever need any kind of help with anything, let me know. I'm good with helping.
Yeah, you got a busy schedule there.
I know, man. Very busy. So do you have any example of your Latin Grammy songs?
My Latin Grammy songs. Was you talking about with Santana or?
Was that what you got the Latin Grammys for?
Oh yeah, that was all from the Supernatural.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, all that stuff is from Supernatural.
All right. Cool.
Yep. So whatever is on the Supernatural CD or album, that's where these came from.
Okay, we'll listen to that. So what are your days like now?
I have no, as only when I'm doing a gig,
Yeah.
is when I have a schedule. But other than that, I'm constantly taking care of something. There's always something to be done, whether it's paperwork or recording something. And so it's I've been doing a bunch of interviews and taking care of business on the phone this morning.
Yeah.
I had another meeting on the phone before I talked to you, because they're trying to do a thing up in Vallejo now at this place called the Empress Theater.
Oh.
And the lady that's trying to do this thing, I don't think she understands that she's gonna need to get some sponsors to pull this off, because she got a lot of people involved, and like people are not gonna be showing up doing stuff for free. It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, it takes a lot.
Oh heck yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see if this thing goes down or what, but I'll help them as much as I can.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
But I'm constantly doing my schedule just 24/7. I never get to bed before 3:00 in the morning, and I'm usually up between 9:30 and 10.
Wow, man, after my own heart.
Yeah.
That's what I like to do too.
I like watching The View too, in the morning.
I watch Perry Mason.
Me too.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So you're up late and you're up early then.
Exactly. My husband and I mean, we've seen all of them, of course, many times, but I just never get tired of watching the acting.
I know.
It's just great acting.
It was a trip though, watching Perry Mason, because I watch Mannix too.
Oh yeah, my husband loves Mannix.
Oh yeah, Mannix is on so your husband stays up late too, I guess.
Yeah.
But they had what's the name? The guy that plays Mannix.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name.
He was on is it something Connor? What's his name?
I don't know at all.
Mike, I think it's Mike Connor, right?
Oh.
Because his brother Chuck Connor is the one that's the rifleman.
Oh, really?
They're brothers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But Mike Connor
Yeah.
was on Perry Mason one time. Perry Mason wasn't there, and he was the attorney.
Yeah. I remember that one.
And
Yeah.
he was good too.
He was good. I liked that
He
one.
was real good. I was like, wow, this dude is versatile. That's some serious acting there.
It is. I got my husband a T-shirt that said, "I'd rather be watching Perry Mason."
Yeah, I like Perry Mason too. That was a good show.
My friend Dan Davila, we came across a really great background singer that he wants to know if you know him, Lamont Van Hook.
Yes. Oh yeah.
He's
I've
wonderful.
been knowing Lamont for a long time.
And he's come out with a country record.
I didn't know that. Recently.
Yeah, this year.
Good for him. You know what? I've been thinking about doing one of those too, because Darius Rucker can't get all of the country stuff now. Good for Lamont.
Yeah.
Does he know? Your friend also know Bridget Bryant?
I don't know. Dan, do you know that name? Dan is not a musician, but he has listened to tons of music, and he's produced a lot, helped me produce a lot of my last bunch of records. We co-produced the singer Catherine Bostic,
okay,
who is she writes movie scores. She's written a lot of great movie scores, and she and Lamont go way back, and so that's how we got acquainted with Lamont. And God, he did some great stuff on her record.
I'm trying to think if I met Lamont when it was either when he was singing background for Rod Stewart, or it might have been before that. Yeah, it could have been before that, but I know because Rod Stewart and Santana, we had done a couple of things together, like way back.
Wow. Yeah, Lamont.
Oh, he's a good singer. He's definitely good.
And he comes up with amazing backgrounds. It's just like, what? That is unbelievably great, you know. I had him on the show.
Oh, good. Next time you talk to him, tell him I said hi.
I will. He's in the archives, like you will be. You'll be in my archives on Dropbox.
Cool.
Yeah. We have a little while longer to hang out too, if you don't mind.
No, I'm good. All I have to do is help clean up. I'll get the vacuum cleaner out as soon as we're done.
What a nice guy. That's so cool. My husband does dishes, and at our parties, or when we used to have parties before the pandemic, at the end of the night, my girlfriends always used to make a fuss over him because he was cleaning up, you know. They loved that. They said
they were trying to take him home, huh?
It's like, no,
hey, you know,
he's mine. Here's a recording that my friend Dan found that starts at the 3:03 mark. Let's see about this one.
By the way, we've got a dear friend in the audience.
3:03. Maybe you're sitting in there. 3:03. Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. Oh, I've seen.
Oh
these.
wow, yeah, these guys in Vegas.
Oh, this was.
Oh, that band is killing. Oh yeah.
2014, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And that's just the intro.
Wow, man. That sounds great. Yeah.
Then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone can tell. You think you know me well, but you don't know me. Now, baby. No, you don't know the one.
Yeah.
Who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips. I just wanna hold you tight, but to you I'm just your friend. That's all I've ever been, baby. You don't know me. No. For I never knew the art of making love. Oh, my heart aches with love for you. See, I let my chance go by. The chance you might have loved me too. You put your hand in mine, looked me in the face and said goodbye. I want you to walk away beside that lucky guy. Baby, you will never know how much I love you so. Baby, you don't know me. Now, baby.
Oh man, that is so good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and not many people know that that song is an old jazz song.
I know.
It's like from the 20s.
Ray Charles sang that. I went, ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
But if you ever get to Vegas, you have to go see Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. They play every Monday night at a place called the Bootlegger now.
Oh,
And it's all of the guys. Jerry Lopez is the guitar player. He's the leader of the band.
yeah,
He sings his you know what off too, and he
Yeah.
plays guitar like crazy.
yeah,
And everybody there, they play in the plays that are on the strip.
yeah.
So Monday night is dark stage for pretty much all of them. So that's when they get together every Monday.
And it sounds like they have charts and
Woo!
charts and
Oh God, you should hear the Earth, Wind, and Fire opening medley that they do. Because they got 5 singers on stage too. And these guys,
God.
I used to look forward to that. Vegas is not my favorite place.
Me neither.
Monday night saved me all the time. I was there, me and Dennis Chambers and Dave Matthews.
Oh, wow.
Every Monday night, that's where we went
Damn.
over to check those guys out.
Wow.
I'd look forward to that. That saved me down there because Vegas is boring.
No, I don't get the attraction for Vegas.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not a gambler.
Yeah, me neither.
The only thing happening there is the strip. That's it. Once you get off the strip, there's nothing else going on
Yeah,
but tumbleweeds and dust.
yeah. My friend is strangely lucky, and she and her husband go, I don't know, once a month, and she wins all the time at machines. I mean,
Wow.
like thousands of dollars. It's weird.
But I bet she never told you how much she lost.
Yeah, no,
Because most people lose more than they win.
I don't know.
They always tell you about the winnings. Oh, I remember we finished the gig one night, and the adrenaline's still going. So they had a band that was playing in the lounge there. A couple of the bands were really good, so I'd go and sit and check them out.
Yeah.
And I'm walking past one of the tables. I think it might have been, I don't know if it was the roulette or blackjack or whatever. Some guy that had laid $1,000 down on that number and lost it just like that. The number didn't come up. And they just took them on and went, wow, how can you sit there? So how long did he sit there trying to get that back?
Yeah. Yeah. And how much more did he lose? Yeah, it's really, yeah, I don't have the stomach for that.
No. I would every now and then I'd, say, let me try a machine.
Yeah.
I'd take $25 down, and
Yeah. Yeah.
if I'd be at the machine hitting it, if I won before I got rid of that 25, I'd take my winnings and leave. If I lost the 25, I'd get up and say, that's it.
Yeah.
No more than that.
Yeah, man, you're lucky.
No way, man. I worked too hard to lose my money that easy.
Yeah.
It's no way.
You know that Kumba thing?
The Kumba Jazz Center.
Is that, are you doing more jazz on that one? I'd love to check that out.
That's a jazz only club. It's in Santa Cruz.
Let me go back to that because
they do nothing else but jazz at the Kumba. And the same guy, Tim Jackson, who's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
That's his club.
Yeah.
And he also books the Monterey Jazz Festival.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Tim is
Here's with you. This is at the Piedmont. Are you doing jazz here?
Oh yeah. Piedmont Piano, same thing.
Thanks
Nothing but
so
jazz
much.
there.
So let's start the show. Mike.
I've worked there. It's really a nice room, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is with Mike O'Neill.
Okay. Let's see. I have music sound. Oh.
Arrangements for this group. And this one happens to be mine.
Oh yeah.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, you're ready.
If blood will flow,
Oh.
when flesh is still
One of my favorite songs.
Oh yeah.
trying in the color.
This is on that record too, on the Pacific.
Tomorrow's rain will wash the stains away, but something in our minds will always stay. Perhaps the final act was meant to clinch a lifetime argument, but nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could. Those born underneath that angry star, lest we know how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from the stars.
Yeah.
Tears from the stars. On and on the rain.
That's nice.
Will say
Love that
how
time.
fragile we are. Fragile we are. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite piano players. Yeah.
If blood will flow when flesh and steel are one, drying in the color of the evening sun, tomorrow's rain's gonna wash those stains away, but something in our minds will always stay. Perhaps the final act was meant to clinch a lifetime argument. Nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could. Those born underneath the angry star lets me know how fragile we all are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from the stars, tears from the stars. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from the stars, tears from the stars. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, fragile we are. Oh yeah. I said, bend, but don't break. No, no. Hey, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hey.
you must get a lot of ladies coming up to you.
You see what I'm saying?
As my friend said the other night after this guy got up, she said, somebody's going to get pregnant tonight.
Hey. That's too funny.
I know. It is. I laughed.
But you know what's good about the mixing it up too. When
Yeah.
you do different types of music, it's better for your voice too. I think if you
Yeah.
just stick to one type of music, then you kind of all right. You gotta, because doing rock stuff and doing the jazz stuff and doing R&B, it's a little different stretch on your vocal cords, and it's like. Plus, it's good so we don't get Alzheimer's or anything like that.
You are a real, I can really, especially now that I've talked to you and gotten your history, your sound is really a beautiful mix of your life.
Oh, I love it. Yep.
Yeah. Really beautiful.
That's a good way. I never thought of saying it that way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really nice. Beautiful.
Now it's time to write some new songs now, see?
See that?
A mix of my life.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
That'd be a good title for the next CD. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, I'm, because I grew up like you, and that 70s was really strong, and that was such a big mix of great jazz and R&B and blues, especially on the East Coast there, and so I definitely have a bunch of that in me. And like my last CD, I took music from the 60s and 70s and 80s and redid it, and you can really hear, like somebody said, you're not really, the musicians are jazz, but she's not really singing jazz, kind of jazz style, which I do. I'm really a jazz singer, but this, I guess it just was, from my history, and I really related to that particular time so strong.
Yeah.
And it's so apropos now,
We were definitely, I could say, lucky and fortunate to grow up in the era that we did. Because I'm gonna tell you, the music in the middle to late 60s,
Yeah.
and the 70s,
Yeah.
all of the 70s.
Yep.
Oh my God,
I know. That's my favorite period.
that was some
Contemporary.
good stuff.
Yeah.
You every artist had their own handprint.
Yeah.
When you heard Aretha Franklin, when you heard Al Green,
Yeah.
when you heard whoever, Tom Jones or whoever,
You knew exactly.
you knew it was them.
Immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I don't know who's who anymore.
And it was a lot. It was about more than just sex. You know,
Exactly.
that's the other thing. In more recent years, it's like, oh, really? God, Does
And
it
they
have
keep
to be
saying
a-
the same thing instead of being creative and finding a different way to say that.
Yeah.
It's like and we didn't have auto tune either.
Yeah.
We sang the thing 15 million times to get it right.
Right. Yeah.
So it's what it is now. And I'm really glad that I have my own studio to create stuff, and because I still do it the old-fashioned way. And when I do stuff at my studio, when I do my demos, I try to get, music-wise, I know things might change a little bit. Randy might hear something, say, hey, let's try this here. But vocal-wise, I try to get my stuff so I don't have to sing it again. And I'll sit in my studio and I'll do it over and over and over till I get it right. It's when I go down to him, he might say, let's try doing this one again. I want to use a different mic or something on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's definitely not the whole record.
Yeah. Well,
I do the homework here.
Your work ethic is, that's really special. It's great.
Drives me crazy, but yeah, you know what I'm talking. Sometimes I'm so doggone tired. I'm like, oh man,
do I have to do it again? Yeah,
I know.
Well, Tony, I want to thank you so much. I mean, we didn't know each other at all, and
now we do.
We definitely do, and I'm a big fan of you personally and musically.
Thank you.
And it's just a pleasure. I hope I mean it. If I can do anything in LA, I'm kind of more of a community stirrer. So if you choose to come down and something happens and you need people to know about it, that's
okay.
That's me, definitely.
Well, I'll make sure when I come down again, I'll make sure to let you know ahead of time, because we need to meet in person.
Absolutely.
And I'll try to drag Randy with me too. So have you met him before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I can't remember. I think I knew him before I knew Lorna. I got to know Lorna, and then she said her brother was Randy, and I was like, oh, he's great. She said, yeah, I know.
Their whole family are classic pianists. The whole family.
I'm definitely going to go see him now again and,
and
talk to him and tell him that we hooked up.
Yeah, that group at the Federal, they're just pretty bad stuff they're doing there. These guys are, it's happening.
That's so cool that they're doing it again. Thank you for telling me that.
And they're in the parking lot to where
and it's a huge
open air. Yeah, it's open air, and don't have to worry about somebody coughing on you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of musicians that probably all the people that go there are probably all musicians, I'm sure.
Yeah. That was a great, that whole building was so great. Upstairs, they used to have a really great jam session for jazz. A lot of people, young people, older people came and sat in. It was really good. And Randy would be playing at the bottom. I think it was on Tuesday nights as well. But
another good friend of mine. Do you know Gordon Campbell?
I know that name. Who
drummer? Yeah, he's a drummer. He used to play with. I know he played with Earth, Wind and Fire for a while.
Oh, okay.
He's played with George Duke. He's played with a whole bunch of folks.
Oh.
And he's got a new record out. And my nephew lives down there, who is a monster musician. His name is Jordan Childs.
Oh.
And Jordan plays his first instrument is drums.
Yeah.
But he plays bass and keyboards like crazy.
Wow. Now, what genre, or does he stick to one genre?
He's a jazz cat. Matter of fact, he went to Berklee School of Music.
Oh.
And in order to get in there, you have to do a video thing too, as part of it. And we were on, I'll never forget this. We were on the road in Santana. We're on the road. And Jordan sent me there. He said, hey, I'll check this out. This is what I'm using for my audition to get into Berklee School of Music. So I watched it and I went, oh my God, because he did a split screen.
Oh, wow.
Did four different, so he's playing all the instruments, and he did this really, really complicated and difficult Chick Corea song.
Wow.
And I'm looking at this and I'm going, this is ridiculously over my head what he's doing. So I called Dennis Chambers and I said, man, you got a second? You got to see this. I went to Dennis's room and showed it to him, and Dennis, his jaw just dropped to the floor. He said,
Oh,
that's your nephew? I said, yeah. I said, he's doing this. He's trying to get into Berklee School of Music. So now, a couple months before that, Dennis and Shaka Khan were both given a doctorate award from Berklee School of Music. So Dennis said, he's trying to get into school there, huh? I said, yeah. The next morning, Dennis woke up and he called the dean at Berklee School of Music. They gave my nephew a $20,000 scholarship to go to school there.
wow.
So now Jordan, him and his brother, BJ, who just got signed with a comedy team to write for a lot of the sitcoms down there now. They live in Sherman Oaks.
Wow.
That's where they live now.
Wow. They sound like they're doing great.
They're doing great.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Cats are locked in.
Childs, there's a Billy Childs here, but I don't know if they're any relation.
I remember Billy Child. He's a piano player, right?
Brilliant pianist and arranger and composer.
Yeah, I remember Billy Childs. He's been around. Billy Childs got to be our age, isn't he?
Slightly younger, but not much.
Not too much.
Maybe 63 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster piano player.
Yeah. Sometime check out his record of it's a dedication to Laura Nyro, and he wrote the pieces. It's with orchestra, and each song has like an amazing singer on it, and actually one of my favorites is that song Been on a Train?
Yeah.
And Ricky Lee Jones is singing it.
Ooh.
It's fucking great. But I mean, there's all kinds of singers, but that song and her singing is just, well.
Chucky's in love.
Yeah, she's still such a great artist. Oh, Gordon is on Catherine's album. You're kidding, Dan. Gordon Campbell. Are you really Gordon Campbell? Oh,
Gordon Campbell.
That's why I know his name, because this singer that I had mentioned, Catherine Bostick, who was, Lamont's friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So we co-produced this record of hers that isn't out yet, but it's kind of Americana movie music or something. She's just so great. And apparently that was why I knew his name.
Well, Gordon is kind of it's kind of a family thing, actually, because he's from Poughkeepsie. No, Gordon is from Newburgh, New York.
Oh.
And Newburgh and Kingston are like 16 or 18 miles from each other.
Oh.
And Gordon's grandfather was a minister. My oldest brother was the minister under Gordon's grandfather.
Oh my God.
So when Gordon's grandfather decided to retire, my brother kind of took over the church and stuff for him. And Gordon's uncle, which his name is Billy, used to go out with my sister, one of my younger sisters. One of my oldest sisters.
Oh, wow.
So we got a big, oh yeah. He's a monster drummer too.
Yeah.
A guy can really play.
Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a really great day. And everybody, this has just been such a beautiful experience. And tomorrow live, I have Quentin Denard, who's a drummer who played a lot in Motown and jazz.
Cool.
Quentin Denard. Yeah. And so, and then this week I have Thursday live as well with a big band singer named Nancy Osborne. And then I'll be posting some from the archives. Actually, Carmen Bradford, who's a great jazz singer, on Friday, and Paulette McWilliams I'll be reposting on Saturday. It's like 12 o'clock. And if you pop onto Facebook, you'll see it. And then Bradley Young on Sunday. So
you're busy.
Yeah. People can see who's coming on, and on my website. So,
all right.
Been a real pleasure, Tony.
Oh, you kidding me? This was like, the time went fast too. I'm looking at the clock. I'm going, wow.
I know it does go fast, doesn't it?
I know. We've been on a long time. This is good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thank you, man.
Now I got to go vacuum.
Okay. Do a good job.
That's the way it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Okay.